There's always been something regarding sports anime that always make these three letters pop up in my head due to how my initial impression of them is usually meh. But when I start watching them, I'm overcome by excitement. The intensity, the perseverance, the jubilant screams of victory, the kamehamehas and sharigans. Wait, what? Sports anime always have something unique to offer that'll have my excitement level bursting through the roof. Haikyuu, Hajime no Ippo, and some others which might have certain questionable things regarding a certain race. Each of these anime are representative for a particular sport and have more or less garnered praise, but surprisingly there's no talk about an anime which is a representation of the world's most popular sport. Until now, that is. And there is no other football anime worthy of receiving praise and recognition than these. I mean Blue Lock. And it is freaking madness. Blue Lock is a facility spearheaded by a man who's the amalgamation of an insomniac and a crack addict, Jinpachi Eigo, seeking to destroy the putrid mindset that has governed over every Japanese football higher up by pitting 300 strikers against each other in order to produce a striker who values their own goals above everything and disregards anything that pertains to teamwork. It's basically producing an arrogant swine who thinks screw your defense, screw your midfielders, every single one of you may as well just bow down before me, for I am the one. And we follow our protagonist Isagi Yoichi on his journey to become the world's most self-entitled sadist. Striker. I'm not gonna lie, honing the skills of people who are in a specific position in football and simply regarding the rest as fodder is actually quite disgusting. For some people, not me. There might be some people out there who happen to be fanatics of the sport and are downright disgusted because of this manga/anime tarnishing the philosophies of the sport they came to love and treating it as if it's a brawl fest for barbaric individuals. Yeah, well, those people do not include me. I gain most of my knowledge regarding sports from anime, so when I see a sports anime breaking the mold of what most people have come to know about a sport and redefining it by flipping it 180 degrees, I, being the freaking weeb I am, will become curious and take a peek at what I'm getting myself into, and oh boy, I'm glad I took a look at it because it is freaking awesome. The characters have bloodshot eyes indicating an insatiable hunger to defeat a strong opponent, some exuding a menacing aura like their villains, the sense of desperation in each and every single moment, and that. Each of these coupled with the fantastic OSTs and animation make the anime so enjoyable by inducing hype in me. The characters are playing football on the field as if their lives depend on it, because if they don't, well, to borrow the madman's words, luck off. You're done. Like, seriously, you're done. You're not playing the sport anymore. The journey of nameless character 147 comes to an end at that point. It's like I'm watching a regular sports anime, but the high stakes in the anime gives me the high octane feel I get from watching a typical battle shonen. But with the exclusion of a certain something that people have come to hate regarding shonen anime. Them being pitted against each other results in them considering each other rivals, and thus puts an end to the nonsensical and inexplicable power-up the characters get because of their friends. What I'm saying is, sayonara, power of friendship! It was not nice knowing you. Although, without friendship and a sense of unity in this anime, some unorthodox things kind of occur. Such as disorder, chaos, their selfish natures come into light. Assistance? Never. It makes you conjure up the question, how in the hell is one supposed to score in all this madness? Is it going to be a free-fall where everybody's just pushing each other like kids waiting in line at the cafeteria? That's what it hinted at initially, but ended up not being the case. You eventually get to be enlightened by seeing the differences in how each team operates. You got a team that prefers strategizing while another indulges in treacherous acts. And some are essentially similar to a bunch of peons worshipping a king and seeking salvation with said king's goals, while others more so opt for the teamwork approach, which utilizes everyone's weapons in order to score a goal. Although it's not necessarily a sense of camaraderie, but rather using your teammates' weapons along with your own so you yourself can score a goal when given the opportunity. It's basically telling your teammates, okay, you I wanna be him, you wanna be him, so for the time being, let's work together so we can win this bullshit. And after winning this bullshit, we'll fight to the death. It's actually quite beneficial to their growth, and while without the disorder and mayhem, you get to see the unique weapons of each character on the field. Explosive speed, high-powered shots, insane dribbling, godly trapping skills. How the frick does a person pull this off? Every single character has something to offer that'll enlighten the audience, may it be their skills or their bizarre personalities. Yeah, surprisingly, he's the best boy of the show. The other thing that's special about this anime is that you never expect them to be teammates for the entirety of the series. The person you are all buddy-buddy with on the exact same team will treat you the exact same way a tsundere treats a love interest the next time you see each other. It's very excellent for developing and honing their skills, as such unexpected changes forces them to adapt to new people, new weapons, and allows them to think outside the box in order to combine their own weapons along with their new teammates so they can produce results they couldn't have imagined possible when with their former team. And faced with their opponents who are likely undergoing development as well, it's necessary to force oneself to change so you don't fall behind, and there might be a chance you might come across a former teammate who knows you like an open book. It's a very strange approach in honing the skills, but actually great for future prospects, because instead of merely being a hindrance after being assigned to, well, maybe a team overseas, you're prone to adapting faster to whatever situation you find yourself in from having played with a variety of players bearing their own unique weapons. Them constantly improving keeps you at the edge of your seat because you never know what kind of awakening they'll undergo or what new weapon they'll attain, and that's why our MC is such a perfect fit for this story. He's practically the embodiment of challenging oneself and seeking improvement throughout a match, which was also evident at the beginning of the story, where instead of settling for small fry or people who he won't gain the slightest bit of improvement from defeating, such as this chump over here, he instead opted for those who are stronger than him in multiple areas, like Bachira and Kira, so he could gain some form of development. He's like an incomplete puzzle piece searching for the correct pieces that'll end up making him a better version of himself. Like seriously, I am not joking with that assessment. He's actually a puzzle in the shape of a human, continuously assembling and disassembling himself when facing off with a strong opponent. His constant search for improvement is actually quite admirable. The kid has strengths that he uses, such as his spatial awareness, which almost makes him seem like a freaking psychic. But at the same time, he knows his faults and constantly tries to improve them. You never know what he's gonna pull out of his ass after a deep, thorough analysis of what's going on the field, but best believe his development will leave you astonished. Anyway, the anime is fantastic. You have been given a chance at watching something very unique with balls deep out the freak moment, so grasp it and pleasure yourself with it.
What?
So yeah, read or watch Blue Lock. Or something bad will happen to you, I don't know. Just watch it. Hello, it's me, Shadow. Thanks for reaching the end of this video. I was kind of intent on getting this thing out by Friday, but unfortunately I ran into some issues regarding the video and wanted to get it out again by Sunday, but more issues arose. Now it's the early hours of Monday. Hoorah! But hopefully you enjoyed my nonsensical spiel about Blue Lock. Seriously, go give it a shot. It's actually amazing. Whether you're a sports fan or an anime fan, you could find it pleasurable. Also, please leave a like and maybe consider subscribing if you haven't. If you have, you lovable scam. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day or night? The time zones are freaking weird. What do I lose? The shadow was gone. I gotta come up with a better outro.